Yes, the Korean patch notes are out and they will nerf Crucifix. And the class will be literally not playable anymore. Joke, this is obviously not the case. Yes, they nerfed the class, but the nerfs are actually a complete joke. I said it multiple times on my stream that they probably just tried to nerf it a little bit, and after the nerf it will be still S tier and by far the best class in the game. But these nerfs are a joke. So we will have a short look on the nerfs, what they actually mean, and then I want to also give you an idea what that actually means for the game. Okay, let's have a look. So they're nerfing and buffing here different weapons. But first of all, let's talk about the orb nerfs. As expected, they're nerfing Stellar Rush. Stellar Rush is one of the most broken abilities that we ever had in a game. And what they are nerfing here is not the skill itself, they're nerfing a skill specialization. So if we go into the game, you can see this damage boost passive. When attacking the same target within 1 second, boost the damage by 10% up to 10 times. And they're nerfing this now from 10% to 8%. Of course, this will lower our overall damage, but the impact of that will be really low, right? Maybe we make a few percent less damage, but this is like really not a big deal. And that's already all the nerfs that the orb is getting. But then of course the crossbow is getting a nerf, and this is of course so heavy that we can't play the class anymore, right? So here they are nerfing selfless diffusion. So if we go into the game, you can see here our selfless diffusion has 3 effects. First of all, we get 100% offhand double attack chance. Then secondly, we're reducing all our cooldowns if we apply weakens. And the last effect is, if we are doing hits on a target, then we're increasing the weaken duration on our target. And they're only nerfing this last part of selfless diffusion. Now, this was always unlimited. Now, what every crossbow player was always doing is he was applying the detonation mark on the target, and then he was able to increase the duration with selfless. Now, they limit this effect to 100 times. So I think what they're trying to do is that we can't have detonation mark all the time on our target. But that is not changing anything. Because look at this. If we use selfless here and we use the detonation mark, look at the cooldown of our selfless. We can use that every 2 seconds. It doesn't matter. We will, even if we don't even have the increase of selfless, if we just would have the cooldown reduction, we would be able to have a 100% uptime on the detonation mark. It's not even a problem. The only thing that we have to do now is spam our detonation mark more often. I wouldn't even consider this a nerf. So either they really don't understand how this class works, or they really don't want to nerf it. I really expected not a big nerf. I knew it would be still S+ after the nerf. But this is a joke. So what people have to understand is that we have DPSs like, for example, Invocator, we have Gladiator, then we have Fury, whatsoever. And they are all in one pool. They are all plus minus 15%. They're all pretty close when it comes to damage. And Crucifix is this times 4. We don't have here like small differences. How do you think people can have over 10% contribution on world bosses? My best score was almost 14%. We're not talking here about small adjustments. Let's say this nerf will impact our damage by 10%. Maybe let's say we lose 10%. Bro, this will not change anything. But to be fair, they're also buffing here some other classes, especially the staff and the wand. So as you can see, they're increasing the damage of some staff abilities against monsters, and especially they are also increasing all the wand dot abilities. Will this help, of course, Invocators and Fury players to catch a little bit up? Yes. Maybe it's then not a 4x anymore, maybe it's then a 3x. But it's by far not enough. Crucifix has also by far the best AoE clearing. This class just has everything. It's easy to play, it has good AoE damage, it has good single target damage, and it has no high gear requirements. You can use a tier 2 orb and you're doing just fine. And to be honest, this is not okay. But the problem is they missed the mark here. Okay, that was a hotfix nerf. 100%. That's what every other game would do. If you release something in this state, you need to hotfix nerf because it just kills the whole meta and just everything. Now what happened now is that they didn't nerf it even after the first patch. Okay, after the first patch, they didn't nerf it. So even more people transferred into this class. Now we're getting the second patch, and what are they doing? They're not nerfing it again. What will happen? Even more people will transfer to this class. And then literally every DPS in PvE will play this class. Like more and more people will transfer to this class the longer you don't fix that. And what will happen then? You will have in PvE only this class. And this already killed the complete PvE meta and will kill it even more. This is so incredible bad for the game. And the funny part is, it seems like they don't understand this. Now, a lot of people might be saying, yeah, they did the same with the spear. And yeah, that might be true. But do you remember what the impact of this decision was? The spear was released on 5th of December. So at that time, we had around 100k peak concurrent players. And with the spear update, there was also dimensional trials, runes, and all of those kind of stuff. So it was a rather big update. 1 month later, we dropped to 53 peak concurrent players. We lost in 1 month 50% of the player base. And this was releasing a new weapon and a lot of new content. If you don't think that what they are doing right now has a huge impact of the complete player base, then you are delusional. This might just single-handedly kill the game. So I really love the new dimensional trials. I love to compete here for the rankings. For me, this is really, really fun. But the only reason for me to compete here on the top is if I take crucifixes. I just need to take those. Right? I need to play with those crucifixes. You can also see that here on the side. There are almost only crucifixes on the top. And that's super boring. This will just completely kill all PvE content. It's first of all boring because everyone plays the same class, but it's also so boring because we skip all mechanics and it's just really, really easy. I just really love playing the class, but holy shit, just nerf it. Like, decrease the damage by 50% and we are still good. But please make PvE fun again. This will kill your game. Okay. So, usually I wanted to make today a chill day and don't produce any videos or anything like this, but I feel like I just had to say something. I said that multiple times on my stream, but I also wanted to make a video now about this. I just love the game, you know, and I wanted to succeed, but if they do stuff like this, the game will be dead soon. So, this is my take on it. Let's see what they're doing. I literally think they can't nerf it to the ground now anymore because too many people just swapped to this class. But yeah, they missed the mark. They should have hotfixed this on day 2 or 3. Now we have to see what they do. Maybe the game is dead and we all start playing New World in Season 10. I don't know. We will see. I wish you all a good one. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.